Online personal shopping service Stitch Fix has seen its share price explode since December 2020. In early December, the stock was selling around $35 a share. By Wednesday, the stock had closed at over $100 a share, made founder and CEO Katrina Lake a billionaire, and shined light on a retail company doing unusually well during the pandemic.
The apparel industry has not fared very well during the pandemic, to say the least. People have nowhere to go, so they're really not buying as much clothing as they normally do. And we've seen a string of bankruptcies, whether it's Brooks Brothers, J. Crew, Neiman Marcus, the list goes on. According to the U.S. Department of Commerce, clothing and clothing accessories stores experienced a 26% decline in sales last year. So the fact that Stitch Fix has actually managed to grow sales during this time really makes it something of an outlier.
Stitch Fix's model uses a combination of data science and human knowledge to best connect shoppers with clothes they may like. While Stitch Fix faced trouble at the start of the pandemic, by the end of 2020, the company started to see growing interest in their product.
Stitch Fix saw a nice 10% increase in sales in its latest quarter, and this was really driven by two things. They got a lot of new customers to sign up, and they saw a record high number of those customers actually keep something from their first shipment and sign up for a second box. And I think just generally the core offering of convenience has really resonated during the pandemic. People are wary of going out to stores. They don't want to risk exposure to COVID. And so the fact that they can just go online and use Stitch Fix has become even more appealing. Stitch Fix has also worked quickly to update its merchandise during the pandemic. So the most obvious way they've done that is adding athleisure styles. I don't know about you, but I'm spending a lot more of my time in sweatpants. So they've quickly added athleisure options. And they've also been building out their kids line. So if you think about it, even in a pandemic, kids are getting bigger, they're growing out of their clothes. So you're seeing parents increasingly turn to Stitch Fix as an option to buy their kids new clothes and update their wardrobes. And back to school season was actually really big for Stitch Fix this year.
Stitch Fix's pandemic maneuvering is a major contributor to their sales success, but there are other possible explanations for the growth of their stock.
So I think it's worth pointing out what's going on in the market right now. Stitch Fix's stock price has tripled in the last 3 months, and its biggest gains have come in the last week or so. And that's not because the company has released earnings or there's been any other positive headlines in the news. One possible explanation is that it's being targeted by individual investors who have gathered on sites like Reddit to pile into heavily shorted stocks. Basically, they're looking to push up the stock price and punish the short sellers. So their first target was GameStop, which has skyrocketed in recent days, but other stocks with a heavy short interest have also seen their share prices spike suddenly too. And Stitch Fix has more than a third of its shares held by short sellers.